Am I gonna get in trouble if I don't have a tuxedo? Because I'm not gonna buy a tuxedo and I'm not gonna rent one just for a cruise. That's not worth it to me. I will do my best to look as fancy as possible, but I'm not buying a tuxedo. It is Sunday, June 5th, 2022, and on this week's edition of Sunday Sofatime, I'm gonna tell you about our upcoming luxury cruise. All right, people, it's time to say it. If you had some big goal, something you wanted to accomplish in 2022 and you haven't started it yet, it's time to get going because
it's already June.
I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. I travel all around the world to popular and not so popular tourist destinations to give you a very honest, unofficial look at what it was like to be there. I also wrote a book called Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship. It's about crazy, funny, and not so funny things that have happened to me around the world on my travels. It's available on Amazon now. And could you do me a favor? If this is the first of my videos that you have ever seen, like if somehow this showed up on your feed and you decided you wanted to click on this video and you've never seen one of my videos before, please let me know in the comments below. And before you go,
consider subscribing.
Just an idea. We have booked our next cruise. I say we because Marcus is coming with this time. I gave a little hint about it last week and it fits perfectly because I am just finishing up the Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady videos here on the channel. There's probably one or two more coming, and already next weekend, so today is Friday, my time when I'm recording this, in a week, we will be flying to London, spending 2 days in London, hopefully getting together with Emma Cruises. Please feel better, Emma. And on Sunday of next week, so a week from when most of you will be watching this, we will be boarding the Queen Mary 2 and going on what I call a micro cruise. We depart from Southampton, have one sea day, and we end right back here at home in Hamburg, Germany. It's actually the second of this kind of micro cruise that we've done. The first time was the Norwegian Jade, exactly the same itinerary. Left Southampton, had one sea day, ended in Hamburg at the same port across the river, the newest but least convenient cruise port that Hamburg offers. And I'm really excited about this because we have never cruised with, Cunard is basically considered a luxury line, isn't it? Do you consider Cunard luxury? I want to tell you about some of the things that I found out about the cruise online, and also there's one thing I'm a little bit worried about. I'm going to tell you about that in the end. And if any of you are Cunard cruise experts, if you've cruised with Cunard once or several times, please watch this video because just altogether I have some questions. For those of you who don't have Cunard on your radar, it is a very, very old cruise line. This cruise line has been around for over 100 years. They currently have 3 ships running, the Great Big Queen Mary 2, which is what we will be cruising with, the Queen Victoria and the Queen Elizabeth. But as I was going through their Wikipedia page, they have had literally hundreds of ships that they have owned and operated over the years. Hundreds. And actually, 2 of their former ships, what ships were they again? The Queen Elizabeth II and the Queen Mary have been operating as hotels. Queen Elizabeth II is in Dubai now, and the Queen Mary has been in Long Beach, California for a long time. Apparently though, it's closed at the moment. The future of this hotel and event location is a little bit foggy at the moment. As I said, we will be cruising with the Queen Mary 2, a ship I have seen several times because what it mostly does, or what it has done a lot of, are transatlantic cruises from Hamburg to Southampton to New York, and then New York, Southampton, Hamburg. And we're gonna be doing the last leg of one of those trips. So the ship will be leaving New York, going over to Southampton, Some of the passengers will be leaving in Southampton. We will be taking over one of their cabins and then doing the final stretch to Hamburg, where a lot of the people that are going to be disembarking there had just done a transatlantic from New York, which is kind of cool as well. We're in a balcony cabin on deck 5, but this is a special kind of balcony called a sheltered balcony. So it's not, I'm trying to find a way to explain it without just showing you a picture of it, but yeah, this is what it is. It's more of like an enclosed balcony lower down on the ship. So there is an outdoor space attached to the cabin, but I don't think we're gonna have to worry about getting a sunburn. I was scrolling through the Cunard website because I know that they have a very traditional feeling, a very traditional style of cruising and cruise experience is what they offer on this cruise line. And I just wanted to be a little bit familiar with it before we leave because, like I said, we've never cruised with Cunard, and I don't know a lot of people personally who have, so I might have done a little bit more research than I usually do.
Morgan's doing research?
What's going on there?
Don't worry, I'm fine. Because we're only going to be on the ship for a very short period of time, I'm trying to gather as much information as I can to know what it is to expect, because this isn't mainly for me just going to have fun. It's of course because I want to share the experience with you so you know what it's like and you can decide if it's something that you want to try or not. And so one thing that I was really surprised to find out is there's a main dining room, there's a pub that serves food, and there is also a buffet, but there's only one specialty restaurant. Now, like I said, I haven't been on the ship yet. I've never cruised with Cunard. I may have understood this incorrectly, but on so many other more modern, like more updated style cruise ships, the trend now is to have a wide variety of different restaurants. Like what Royal Caribbean ship, what NCL ship, what Virgin ship doesn't have a Mexican restaurant, doesn't have an Italian restaurant, doesn't have some kind of show cooking restaurant. Like that is the thing to have nowadays. And Cunard apparently hasn't gotten that memo yet, or they're just trying to keep it very traditional, which is fine. And we'll check it out and have to see what it's like. And like I said, if you know something that I don't know, please write it in the comments. I was also able to check out the spa and the prices of the spa on board. What I didn't understand is if we have to pay to actually go into the thermal suite, but I was able to look at the prices for a massage, and that's something I always like to compare because my opinion is I would prefer to spend less money to go to a spa here on land than spend like 2 or even 3 times as much money to go for the experience on a ship. I'd rather do something nice during my normal life here at home than do something extra special while I'm already on a cruise ship. And I just tend to think that cruise ship spas are overpriced. And Cunard fits this bill. The least expensive massage is 50 minutes, and they start at $149. So that's a lot of money, people. The spa I like to go here on land is also beautiful. I get fantastic massages there, and with entrance to the thermal area, which has an outdoor swimming pool, an indoor swimming pool, a wave pool, a bunch of steam rooms, saunas, and a fantastic masseur who I really enjoy going to. And I get an hour-long massage and entrance to all of that swimming and thermal area for 70 euros. So I'm just saying. As far as the entertainment goes, I'm disappointed that our cruise is gonna be so short because I feel like I'm not really gonna get to see what it is they have to offer. They do offer on 7-night and longer cruises a whole plethora of ballroom dance workshops so you can learn like tango, cha-cha-cha. This is so old school. They do have a ballroom at night where then they offer ballroom dancing. And then I'm sure that there are crew members on board whose job it is to dance with people who want to dance. I should see if I can get one of these guys to ballroom dance with me on the dance floor. You know, in my former life, I was a musical actor and I had to teach dance parts to men and women, so I can do all of it backwards and on the left side. That could be interesting. If I really wanted to do it, I bet there's some women who are looking for a dance partner as well, so I don't need to be that guy. Cunard does have large musical variety shows with singing and dancing, not necessarily like Broadway style story musicals, or we would call them book shows where, you know, there's like a beginning, middle, and an end. But after our Virgin Voyage with its very different shows, I'm really excited to see to just sit there and be entertained by fantastic people kicking up their legs and singing a ballad, because we didn't see any of that on Virgin Voyages. I'm really hoping that we will get to see one of their big production shows, but we might end up getting a guest artist. I won't know that, I guess, until we're on board. Okay, there's one final thing I want to talk about, and it's the thing I'm kind of worried about, and I'm gonna get to that right after this commercial break. Did you get one? What was it about? Write it in the comments below if you wanna. Okay, because Cunard is considered a luxury line and they are part of the brand, part of the Cunard experience is this old school, like almost Titanic style thing. They have a very strict and very elegant dress code suggestion. On the website, it lists a gala night for our itinerary, for our part of the cruise, and it literally says, pack your tuxedo and your ball gown. And I don't have a tuxedo or a ball gown. So either we're gonna stay in the cabin, or I do have a really sort of modern, cool looking black suit I can wear with a white shirt underneath, and then I don't know. I mean, the way that suit looks, if I buy a bow tie, it's still not gonna look like a tuxedo, but at least it looks very elegant and debonair. And I know that I watched somebody else's video about Cunard. I don't know if it was Emma, I don't know if it was Gary, I honestly don't remember anymore. And they said that the dress code is so strict that if you aren't dressed appropriately, that you literally won't be allowed to join the night's festivities. And that doesn't sound like fun to me. I can't imagine that this is gonna be a cruise experience that I'm gonna be like,
oh wow, I can't wait to cruise with Cunard again.
And so if any of you have cruised with Cunard and any of their current ships very recently, please let me know. Is it that way? Am I gonna get in trouble if I don't have a tuxedo? Because I'm not gonna buy a tuxedo and I'm not gonna rent one just for a cruise. That's not worth it to me. I will do my best to look as fancy as possible, but I'm not buying a tuxedo. And that is my cruise news, my update for our upcoming cruise. Like I said, in a week from today, we will be boarding the ship. And I'm looking forward to bringing you that experience as well, telling you all the goods, the bads, the cutes, and the uglies, as I always do here on the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. But until then, now comes the time on Sunday Sofatime where I comment on your comments live on air. In last week's Sunday Sofatime, I talked about the show lineup, the live entertainment that was offered on our Virgin Voyages cruise on the Valiant Lady. To boil it all down into a couple words, it was different than anything I've ever seen before on a cruise ship. These comments are on that video, and the first comment is from the Solo Traveler under what do you call that? Underline UK. Solo Traveler says, I completely agree with so many parts of this video. I found it really difficult at times to look forward to the shows due to having absolutely no idea what it was gonna be. And that's what it's like. There's a small phrase about it maybe in the daily planner, and then otherwise, like I said, Virgin seems to encourage you to want to explore and discover it and not give you a lot of information in advance, which Some people find that really exciting, and other people find that really disappointing, because how can you plan your day not knowing exactly what it is you're planning for? I'm gonna skip a little bit here to the second paragraph. Solo Traveler says something that I think is very valid. We'll be interested to see how the entertainment world pans out for Virgin. If they do choose to go more normal with stage shows, they're gonna need to look at new venues too, as I didn't see a typical theater on board, and that is absolutely the case. I could imagine that sometime, probably not in the very distant future, Virgin is going to realize that the market that they're trying to appeal to is running out, because I think a lot of people who maybe are interested in a Virgin cruise are going to cruise with them once and realize, kind of like Marcus and I did, okay, well, this was interesting, but I think we're gonna look at the other cruise lines for a while. Price is a big factor. Virgin is not an inexpensive cruise line. You can definitely cruise with Royal Caribbean, with NCL, with Costa, with MSC for much less than what it costs to cruise with Virgin. My prediction is that Virgin is going to change a lot in the next few years, just because I don't think that they're gonna have a lot of return cruisers. And if you think of it, if who they're trying to appeal to are like under 30s with no kids, all those people are going to soon be over 30s with kids and not going to be able to cruise with Virgin anyways. Know what I mean? Next comment is from LAAR. LA says, I definitely feel like a prude after hearing about the sex show. Micro was the secret word. That's why that doesn't make sense for many of you. Definitely feel like a prude after hearing about the sex show. The bathroom door is ridiculous. I don't think I'm cool enough for Virgin Voyages, although I appreciate that the entertainers seem to have a variety of body sizes and types. Yes, you know, I'd like to say this again. We did enjoy our Virgin Voyages cruise. We would cruise with Virgin Voyages again if the price was right. I am not opposed to cruising with Virgin Voyages again. I hope that that comes across in the videos. There are so many things about it that are different than other cruise lines, and that's either gonna be something you enjoy or not. But one thing that is very special and very great about Virgin Voyages is just the inclusiveness, the everybody is welcome in whoever you are, however you are, and they even show that in their crew. Like I said, we had conversations with openly gay crew members. There were gender fluid and trans people on our cruise, also on the crew, and their entertainment staff, the performers on stage, as LA was saying, are of different body types. And I know that's going to be totally different on Cunard next week. They're going to be tall, leggy girls and big burly boys. And it's nice to see short people and fluffy people up on stage dancing and living their best life. And that's one thing that I think Virgin, it really deserves a high five for. Final comment is from Patty B. Patty writes, thank you, Morgan, longtime viewer. Thank you, Patty, for being a longtime viewer. You have saved my husband and I thousands of dollars. I had been considering Virgin, but after watching your vlogs these last few weeks, I can think of nothing worse than being on this ship. I appreciate your honesty. And first of all, thank you for that positive feedback. I appreciate that kind of feedback as well. I also appreciate specific negative feedback as long as it is fair and not an insult, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel kind of bad because what I try to do is show these experiences as I found them. And inevitably, that is going to sway people's opinions about a certain thing. And I mean, there are other travel YouTubers, other cruise tubers out there who just say everything is amazing. You will never hear them criticize anything on their channel. And I prefer to criticize the things that I feel like could be better. And maybe I go too far in that direction at some times. I know I do get comments about that, but ultimately I feel like it's more helpful to you out there if I point out the good stuff and the bad stuff. But at the same time, I feel like Patty B and her husband were excited to cruise with Virgin, and then they watched my videos and now they're not excited about it anymore. And I don't know, Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I just tell it like it is and then you make the decision, I guess. All right, everybody, make sure you check Facebook and Instagram if you want to see what is happening today on the Queen Mary 2. Follow me over the next few days if you want to get daily updates, and check back here in a couple weeks for the first videos of this first experience on the world's last ocean liner, the Queen Mary 2. See you soon.